everyone, my name is Caroline and welcome to my channel. Oh my gosh, I've done this so many times and I'm gonna stop singing now, I'm so sorry. I've done this in trial and error mode so many times now and I feel like it's finally happening, and I found my dad's old camera. I put some stuff on my walls, off center of course, but it's fine. And I made a list and did my makeup. So I think we're okay. I think we're gonna be alright. But anyway, hi everyone, my name is Caroline Elizabeth. I am so excited that this is actually happening. I just totally made a weird face. I've been planning and dreaming about this for such a long time, and I just never thought that I would actually do it, and now it appears that I'm actually doing it, so we are very pumped about that. It's really fun. A bit of background on me. I am 21. I go to school in New York City. I'm gonna be a senior, which is really exciting and really scary. Right now it's exciting. As time goes on, I'm sure it will become a little freakier, but we're not thinking that way yet, right? Yeah, it's fine. I currently work for 2 theater companies in New York City, and I am an ex-Disney cast member. I worked at Walt Disney World for 4.5 months on my Disney College program last fall. I was just starting out down there a year ago right now, and it's late August, so do it that way well. And it was the time of my life. I absolutely loved everything about it. I love coffee. I'm sorry, this camera is probably rocking a lot because I move and you are on a tower of books right now. So let's dive into this video. I wanted to start off my channel with talking about what it is like to go to college in New York City. One, because I love talking about college in New York City. I love talking about New York in general. I feel like I have a lot of insight that I can offer, and I don't know where I was going. But yeah, going to college in New York City. So let us begin with what going to college in New York City is actually like. The overall way I would describe going to college in New York City is it's incredible. It's an awesome experience. It's life-altering. It's perspective-shifting. But it's hard. It is really hard. Even if you love New York City, it doesn't mean it will make you fall out of love with New York City being here. But if you are strong, even if you have your hard times with her, she will be good to you. It's not something to be too afraid of. Don't be afraid. She can do a lot for you. Going to college in New York City is not typical at all. I go to Pace University, can you tell? Nothing but great things to say about Pace University. They don't have sports on my campus though, because I'm in the New York City campus. However, Pace also has a Westchester campus, which is definitely more traditional style. It's a more rural setting, and they have sports there. So if you want sports, go to Pace Westchester. Come to Pace. I love Pace. NYU I think has some sports. I really don't know what's up with that, but talk to someone who goes to NYU. But yeah, I'm lucky at Pace because our dorms are very close to our campus. However, other New York City schools, I don't think they can say the same thing. I know some schools where the dorms are 50 blocks away from campus. Anyway, not typical college. No football games on Saturdays. But a great thing about going to school in New York City is you get all the experience in the world. Volunteer experience, intern experience, work experience. If you take advantage of it, you will get so much on your resume before you graduate. I have already had 4 internships. Granted, 2 of those were not in New York City. One was at home outside of New York City over the summer, so completely separate from Pace. I didn't get credit or anything. It was just a thing I did. And another was my Disney College program. So that was out of state, but Pace was really accommodating with helping me take the semester on a leave of absence and helping me get credit for my experience at Disney College program. I actually got 9 credits for that, which was a blessing. But 2 of my internships were done during the collegiate school year. I could have never gotten those experiences besides maybe a summer if you're very, very, very fortunate and you get to come into the city and do an internship. If I didn't do that though and didn't go to school in New York City, I would have never gotten anything like the amount of experience that I have already. Coffee. Okay, I gotta speed this up. New York City is beautiful. New York City is so stunning. Fall semester, in the winter time, and during the summertime, even though it can get really hot and gross sometimes in New York City in the summer, like those times of year I think are stunning in New York City. So, and Christmas in New York City, like that's something that is so, like, New York City is famous for their activities during the Christmas time and their window displays and the Rockettes and everything of that sort, and it lives up to expectation, I think. Oh, I forgot to say something in the not so typical college experience part. Living in New York City, take this note, is very different from visiting New York City. It is overwhelming if you're not ready for it, as I'm sure any college is, but living in New York City, you get the horns going constantly. You can hear the subway, even if you're on the 17th floor, which I lived on my freshman year, at 2 a.m. Like, it's just how it happens. Walking in the streets in New York City, you spend a lot of time alone in New York City. It is what it is. Take your experience in visiting New York City and think about it in your mind before you decide to go to college there, and really imagine yourself going through that every single day, not doing touristy things all the time. No. But just being in that environment all the time, and think about if you'll really enjoy it. Because, as I said, even if you do like living in New York City, it's exhausting. So for the people who really love New York City, and even like them being exhausted at some point, imagine if you don't really like New York City and how exhausting that will be. So just keep it in mind when you're deciding. And the last thing I'll say about my experience living in New York City during college is that it really made me grow up very quickly. You're not in high school anymore. And it's so not about the classes and the workload that I say this. It's just like you're on your own in New York City, in an apartment. You may have a roommate, but you're like doing things. You're working. You have to buy your own groceries, like get food. You're making yourself coffee in the morning, getting yourself up. Yeah. You know, it definitely makes me feel more prepared to graduate, I will say, than I think I would have felt if I was in a different setting. It's all about what you value and what your goals are, really. So, going on, who I think living in New York City during college might be good for. Okay, so I think going to college in New York City is ideal for someone who is mature but a dreamer, is how I defined it in my notes. You have to be able to take care of yourself and you have to be independent, but you also have to like feel like you're in a dreamland in a way. You kind of have to be like keep yourself from becoming disillusioned, and you have to really like be grateful and just kind of remember why you're there. And if you are good at mixing those two things, you will thrive in your city. You will absolutely thrive. I have no doubt. You have to love living and working in a fast-paced environment. Even if your industry is not a fast-paced industry, you're in a fast-paced industry in itself. You were in New York City. You gotta be a hard worker. It's just how it is. New York City, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. So that obviously means you gotta work super duper hard. And you definitely have to be mentally tough to live in New York City. And one thing that I always say, this is kind of going into tips, but I'm going to put it in this section because I think it makes more sense. If you're not sure if you want to go to college in New York City, I always recommend to people to try it for a summer. Even if you're just thinking about moving here after you graduate. Come do a summer on an internship. It's really easy to sublet. Spend a summer in New York City. It's a great way to try it. And if you don't like it, you don't have to come back. So anyway, going on. Tips for those who decide that they want to come to New York City. If you've decided that you want to come to New York City, welcome to the jungle. First things first. 1. be a student first. Don't forget that you're here for school. Don't forget that there's going to be days where you have to buckle down and get your work done, and you know, you're not going to be able to have a lot of fun and games. You're going to have to save your money. You're going to spend a lot of money, but you're going to save your money too. You're going to learn to save your money. So anyway, you're going to be a student first. Don't you forget that. You are in college. Number two, make friends. Friendship is so important in a place like this. You're going to feel lonely sometimes, and you're going to need people to lean on. So prioritize your friendships, definitely. Number 3, be open to change. Something that I have struggled with a lot in college is the, not necessarily the shift of growing up, because, I mean, any change is a little bit difficult, but that one was manageable. Really the shift that I think is going to happen, and this is just more general college tip, I think, the shift that could happen between your childhood dreams and your adult dreams. I think that there's times where our dreams evolve and change, and we'll feel like we're letting go, or not letting go, giving up on things that we once wanted to do, and that's not really the case. You're just evolving, and of course you go with your instinct. If you're pursuing something other than your childhood dream and you really feel in your gut that you have to go back to that dream, like, of course do that. But if you are just like, oh, I feel like I shouldn't, am I doing something wrong by giving this up, this thing that I wanted to do, but your gut is telling you to go to that next thing, like, don't be afraid. Just embrace the change. And even though I'm not really on the other side of that yet, I'm telling myself that it will be fine. It'll be fine. And if not, you can always go back. It's never too late. I truly believe that. Okay, number 4. Spend time not being a tourist, but don't lose the thrill, is what I wrote on this here pad. My camera literally died at the very last second. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. I am so happy that we are doing this. Yay! I filmed a video. Celebratory coffee. Cheers. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. I would love it if you subscribed and shared this video, because there's so much more that's going to be coming on my channel in the future. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, what you want to see more of. This is my first video. There's going to be so many more like vloggy style videos in the future, so look out for that. And I'm so excited to see what this has in store. Thank you all so much. I so appreciate everything, and yay, I will see you in the next one. Bye!